Hey Vibe Tribe, it's Courtney and it is finally my turn to film the 15 facts that you may or may not know about me. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about me, just keep on watching. Okay Vibe Tribe, so I have my little cheat sheet here, so let's go ahead and get started. Number one, I am a fur mama. So I have a little white Pomeranian. Her name is Dixie Ann, and yes, she is just as sassy as she sounds. She is my and my husband's heart and soul. We have had her for a little over 10 years now, and she is literally our child. We love her so much. Up next, number two, I have been with my husband, Jonathan, for a little over a decade. I contemplated on putting that in here because honestly, like that kind of shows our age a little bit, but it is definitely something to be proud of. So we dated for 5 years before we got married, and this September we will have been married for 6 years. So we've been together for over a decade. Number three, I am coming up on my 1 year anniversary with Vibe. Next month actually will be my 1 year anniversary working here. It has been an absolute blast. One of my biggest passions is making sure that anyone I come in contact with knows exactly how beautiful they are inside and out. And I love that my job lets me do that every single day. Number four, I have been a Vibe Triber for a little over 2 years before I started working at Vibe. So before I started working at Vibe, I was a Vibe Triber through and through. I shopped at Vibe. 99% of my closet was Vibe. I loved everything about it. I loved the mission of the company and everything. And I actually started doing makeup looks using the colors in the kimonos that I would buy from Vibe. And I started tagging Heather in my videos, and she just kind of started watching. I started catching her attention with that, and we just kind of developed a friendship over that. And yeah, and then I started working here a couple of years later. So yeah, I was a Vibe Triber long before I even knew that working at Vibe was even an option. Number five, I have moved 10 times in 10 years. So I wasn't ever really sure where I wanted my roots to be. My husband and I, like I said, we've been together for over a decade. So we were still kind of trying to figure out where our home was gonna be. And fun fact, somehow I managed to move out of my hometown, and I recently bought a house in my hometown. So a total full circle moment there. I left thinking I was never gonna go back to my small town, and now I'm married with Dixie, and we have literally planted our roots in that exact same town. So I wouldn't trade it for the world. I absolutely love it. And yeah, I've moved 10 times in 10 years. You realize how much junk you have when you move. You get rid of a lot of stuff too, just out of pure, I don't want to move it. So yeah, 10 times in 10 years. Fun. Number six, I'm a lefty. So a lot of people, it's so crazy to me because it's such a normal thing, but a lot of people, when I'm writing, you know, notes down or anything like that, they're like, oh my gosh, you're left-handed. I'm like, yeah, like that's a thing. So yeah, it's always fun to see people's reactions whenever they actually realize, when they watch me write and they realize that I'm a left-handed person. I don't know why that's so amusing to me, but it is. So yeah, I write with my left hand. Number seven, ooh, fun. So I have a bucket list, and I wanted to share my top 3. So this is a little bonus one for y'all. So the top 3 items on my bucket list. Number one is to change someone's life. I've always, like I said at the beginning of this video, my biggest passion has always been making sure that women feel absolutely beautiful inside and out, and that to know that they are loved and to feel confident in who they are. So my bucket list starts off with changing someone's life. And just for fun, the other 2 items, I want to see the Northern Lights in person. I've seen pictures, I've seen videos, I've seen them in movies, and I feel like none of that does it justice. So I want to see it for myself. And number 3, I want to sleep in a bungalow. I just think it would be fun to like look down and see fish. So I want to sleep in a bungalow. So yeah, that's 3 items on my bucket list. Number 8, I have been to Las Vegas. Vegas is very much one of those things that my husband and I both felt like We've been there. We can say we've been there, but we're probably not going to go back. But I will say the fountains of Bellagio were my favorite part. We were there for 3 days. I could have stood there for 3 days and watched the fountains of Bellagio. They are absolutely incredible. If you ever have a chance to go to Vegas, make the fountains of Bellagio a top priority. You will not be disappointed. Number 9, the furthest that I have ever traveled is Jamaica. We went to Jamaica on our honeymoon. It was incredible. We actually can't wait to go back. It was absolutely amazing. I didn't know where I wanted to go on my honeymoon. The only thing that I knew was that I wanted to go somewhere that looked like a screensaver. And Jamaica sounded like that. So we wound up going. It was so laid back. It was so relaxing. It was absolutely incredible. If you ever have an opportunity to go, go. I promise you won't be disappointed. Number 10, I've never broken a bone. I knock on wood, I pray I never do because I have no pain tolerance. But yeah, I've literally never broken a bone in my life. The closest thing that has ever happened is I sprained my ankle, and you couldn't convince me that I didn't break it then. So if a sprained ankle felt as bad as that did, I pray that I never break a bone because that was horrible. So yeah, knock on wood, never broken a bone. Number 11, I used to play piano, so I regret not sticking with it now that I'm older. When I started playing and when I started my lessons, I was a lot younger, and at that time I actually quit just because it seemed like it would be more fun to go outside and play with my brothers than sit inside and practice piano. So like I said, now I regret not sticking with it because it is a beautiful instrument, and I am mesmerized by anybody who can play. But yeah, I used to take piano lessons. I can still play Yankee Doodle. So props for that, maybe. Number 12, I am obsessed with makeup. All things makeup. If it is makeup, I want it. I feel like I need it. I have an entire room in my new house that is devoted to makeup. Literally, there is nothing else in that room except a desk with my makeup on it. I am obsessed with makeup. I could talk about it for forever. There's just something almost therapeutic about it to me. If I'm having a bad day, or if I'm bored, or if I just want a little pick-me-up and just want to get creative, I always go to my makeup room. I start playing around in different colors. I start playing around in different products and see what I can create. I absolutely love it. In my opinion, it is the most creative way to express yourself. I love it so much, and yeah, I'm obsessed with it. There's really not much more I can say about it. I'm obsessed with makeup. Number 13, I have been to a Garth Brooks concert, and it was the best concert I have ever been to in my entire life. So we actually went to see him in New Orleans a few years ago. We took my dad for Father's Day, and it was the most incredible show I've ever watched in my entire life. The energy that one person can spill out over a crowd of thousands and thousands of people, and literally every single person in there feel his heart and his soul and his performance. Hands down the best concert I've ever been to. I loved it so much. He is an amazing performer. Number 14, my favorite color changes based on my mood. So if you've known me for the year that I've worked here, you know that mint is my happy color, but I wouldn't say it's my most favorite color. It literally depends on my mood. Some days black is my favorite color. Some days blue is my favorite color. Some days pink is my favorite color. Mint is definitely my happy color, but my favorite color depends on what kind of mood I'm in that day. I don't know if anybody else does that, let me know, because I'm kind of curious to know if that's a thing. And number 15, so I was actually bullied whenever I was in school. I wore glasses. I wasn't the smallest. I was a little more, I've been plus size all my life. Let's say that. I've been plus size all my life, so I was bullied for wearing glasses. I was bullied for my size. I was bullied for not being able to fit in the most stylish clothes. I was bullied for tons of things. And because of that, I think that's where I get my passion from. My heart and soul has always been in making sure that anybody that I come in contact with feels loved, feels beautiful, feels appreciated, feels valid. And I think that that's where it stemmed from, because I knew what it felt like to be on the receiving end of being picked on because of the way you looked or because of the way you talk or anything like that. You know, if there was a way to make fun of me, it was made fun of. So I think because I know how it feels to be on the receiving end of that, I never wanted to be someone who would put that feeling on someone else. So I am beyond grateful to God for giving me an opportunity like this to be able to work for a company who believes so much in making sure that women feel confident and beautiful in who they are, because that's right in line with what I feel like my purpose is. So I hope y'all enjoyed the 15 facts about me. If you have any questions or anything like that, by all means, drop them in the comments. I'm an open book. I love you so, so, so much. I'm so grateful for this past year and how much it has blessed me. And I'm so excited for many more years to come. I love you, Vibe Tribe, and I will see y'all probably on a live very soon. Bye, ladies.